Good day, everyone. Hope that you're all having an awesome day. We are continuing on with the add-on Commander by FS Academy. In today's episode, we're going to do Mission 4, Spanner in the Works. Discontinue the approach to troubleshoot a landing gear issue. Let's move on. Step up to a more complex aircraft with twin engines and retractable landing gear. Discontinue the approach to troubleshoot a landing gear issue before returning to land with an engine shutdown. Alright, we are in the DA-62 Diamond aircraft. This is a fun little plane. 20 minutes is the estimated duration. Alright, let's check it out. Wish me luck.
Now we move things up a notch to the modern and multi-engine Diamond DA-62. We're coming up on Naples, Italy, where we intend to land. Continue towards Naples City at 2,000 feet. The DA-62 has a higher level of complexity when compared to the Cessna, as we now have two engines, a glass cockpit system, and retractable landing gear. We're going to set up another scenario where we will use Aviate, Navigate, and Communicate, followed by DODAR. We're going to make an approach to runway 06. Let's speak with Naples Tower. Naples Tower, India, Foxtrot, Sierra Alpha Charlie to join.
India Alpha Charlie Naples, go ahead.
India Alpha Charlie is a DA-62, 2,000 feet approaching Naples. Request join for full stop landing.
India Alpha Charlie Roger, make straight and approach runway 06, QNH 948 hectopascals.
Straight in runway 06, QNH 948 hectopascals, India Alpha Charlie. We will set up to land on runway 06 with a straight-in visual approach. Bring the speed back to below our maximum flaps extended speed, VFE, for the first step of flaps, that's 136 knots. And now extend the flaps to their takeoff position. Start descending to 1,500 feet and turn left towards the approach path.
Descending to 1,500. Going to line up with the approach.
Line up with runway 06 and start descending towards the runway.
Lining up.
Now extend the landing gear.
Got a check gear light pop up on there, notification. We see we don't have 3 greens.
The nose and right gear look fine, as they show a green light.
Actually
but
shows
the left
it.
leg has no light,
Also.
meaning it is unsafe as it is not locked down. We have an issue and only limited time before landing for troubleshooting. As always, our first action is to aviate. Set full power and raise the nose to the climb attitude. Positive climb, gear up. Now retract the flaps. India Alpha Charlie going around.
India Alpha Charlie Roger, climb to altitude 2,000 feet and report intentions. I'll turn you shortly.
Climbing 2,000 feet straight ahead, Wilco, stand by, India Alpha Charlie.
India Alpha Charlie, maintain 2,000 feet and turn left heading 270. What was the reason for go around?
Left heading 270, maintaining 2,000 feet. We have a landing gear issue. Stand by for further, India Alpha Charlie. Make a left turn now to heading 270 at 2,000 feet. Alright, keep us on heading 270 and we'll talk about what's happened. When extending the gear on the approach, we noticed the left landing gear wasn't correctly downlocked, so we performed a go-around, which had us discontinue the approach and clean up the gear and flaps, reducing our drag. We are navigating with assistance of ATC, who we are in communications with. They know we had an issue with our gear. After troubleshooting, we can give them more details. As part of our diagnosis, we need to know if this is something we can fix. Let's run the landing gear not downlock procedure from the POH. The first item on the checklist is airspeed below VLOR 162 knots. VLOR is our maximum speed for retracting the landing gear. Make sure that we are below 162 knots. Gear selector recycle. Select gear down and see if the left gear will extend on the second attempt.
Same notification up there. We still don't have 3 greens.
Please keep us at 2,000 feet. We still have an unsafe gear condition with the left landing gear leg. To conserve our fuel and maximize our range, please select gear up again.
India Alpha Charlie, turn left heading 240.
Left heading 240, India Alpha Charlie. Usually there is a mechanical backup for gear extension. For the purpose of this demonstration, we are going to assume that the gear is mechanically jammed, so this has been unsuccessful. In terms of DODAR, we can diagnose that our left landing gear leg cannot be extended. This means we will have to land without it. For options, we are very close to Naples Airport, which has a long runway and reasonable weather. Whilst we have the ability to fly with the flaps and gear retracted, maximising our range, there is no benefit in diverting to a further away airfield. Decide. We'll apply the abnormal landing gear procedure in the POH and come back to land at Naples. Assign. We will inform ATC of our intentions and request an approach and landing. This is a serious issue and we will be blocking the runway, so we will declare an emergency. Mayday, 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 India Alpha Charlie, we are unable to extend our left landing gear leg. Request landing at Naples. We will be unable to vacate the runway. Request fire support.
India Alpha Charlie, Mayday acknowledged. Self-position for visual approach to runway 06.
Visual approach runway 06, India Alpha Charlie. Make a left turn back towards the now disused Bagnoli steel plant, maintaining 2,000 feet for now.
Alright, headed to Steelworks.
lack of our left landing gear leg causes a particular problem to our twin-engine propeller aeroplane. Usually the landing gear holds up the left wing and engine, giving propeller clearance from the ground. Without this, we're going to hit the propeller blades on the ground as we touch down. Therefore, to minimise our damage, we will shut down the left engine just before touchdown. As we near the ground, I'll say when to cut the power to the left engine using the engine master switch. Don't shut it down early, as we will lose our go-around performance.
That's very important information there when you're going off one engine and you got gear down and landing flaps. One engine, a lot of times, it's not going to be sufficient
now
enough to keep the plane
make
up.
another left turn towards the airport.
And we're wanting to turn that engine off so it's not live as it hits the ground.
Let's start to configure for the approach. Bring the speed back again to below takeoff flaps VFE, that's 136 knots. Now set the flaps to their takeoff position. Now fly the approach visually to runway 06, descending when ready. We will shut down the left engine when nearer to the ground on my call. Now descend towards the runway and select gear down. The nose and right legs are now down, but still no left leg as expected. For this approach, we are prepared for this and have a contingency plan in place.
India Alpha Charlie cleared to land runway 06. Fire service are in attendance. Wind 030 at 10.
Clear to land runway 06, India Alpha Charlie, roger. Now make sure we are below landing flaps VFE of 119. And now extend the flaps to their landing position. Okay, be ready to use rudder to keep straight and shut down the left engine using the master switch. Add some power on engine 2 to avoid getting slow. Keep right rudder in to stay straight. After touchdown, try to keep the left wing off the ground for as long as possible and try to land to the right of the runway centerline. This will give us room to stay on the runway surface even if the left engine pulls us over to the left.
Try to hold it, try to hold it. Ooh. Oh. That's not easy. Ooh. That was complicated, guys. That was not easy.
Good job. We've done the best we could given the circumstances. The fire crew will now come over and inspect for smoke and fire in case damage is worse than we thought. Although the left propeller is of course destroyed, by shutting the left engine down we may have preserved the engine itself to live on and fly another day. Also, broken pieces of propeller blades could have detached and pierced the canopy, putting us at risk. We could not have performed all of our decision-making and troubleshooting steps during our first approach, so we decided to discontinue and fly around for another. Creating extra time for yourself is hugely beneficial and will help you make clearer and better decisions.
I'll take a B on that one. I'll take that B. That one was definitely one of the more harder ones. That was not easy coming down. And this plane especially loses a lot of power fast when you're at full flaps, gear down, and just one engine. So yeah, y'all guys will definitely have fun on that one. I'll definitely do that one again on my own time and go for that A. But really good lesson there. Really good lessons there. Things to be learned. But yeah, guys, so far so good. Loving this add-on. I'll see y'all in the next one. Safe flying.